Yo guys, how's everyone doing? This is your guy Assassin Dave, and welcome to another video. Me shooting here on Hainan Island. I believe this is Sanya City, and we're right next to the beach. That's right. Pretty nice scenery actually. If you notice the heart, the rock that looks like a heart shape on the top left of my head. Yes, that's actually a tourist attraction. A lot of people are taking photos here. If we look around, there are a lot of people here on the beach. But this is not the main point of the video to show you the scenery. I actually want to talk about our journey, reflect on M5, MPLI journey, and summarize it. I do believe in evaluating our experience so we can get better moving forward into 2024. Now, first of all, who am I? For those who did not know, I was the coach for the Ohio Brothers for MPLI and the acting analyst for the Ohio Brothers for M5. Yeah, I was not allowed on stage, but you know, lover, supporter for our North America teams. First of all, I want to say I'm really proud of our team and then for doing their best. Obviously, the M5 results, MPLI results wasn't something that everybody was happy about. But I gotta say, just taking the series away from Homeboys, as sad as it is for them, I was actually really excited because it does show that NA has potential to be one of the top regions in the world, and it does show that if we fine-tune a few more areas in our training, we have the potential to be where Dev was in M5 series, and it just shows you where we can be in M6 or go into the future of all the World Series actually in 2024. So with that being said, knowing that we didn't have the best results, what exactly went wrong, right? That actually had us where we were. I believe it's a few things. Number one is lack of dedicated coach who can be on stage, right? For M5, for example, throughout MPLI and M5, we had figured out a draft strategy with the team that fits our play style that would do really well, and we had a really good scrim results to show for. You know, a lot of teams that we scrimmed actually know. But obviously, we're not here to discuss the scrim results as truly confidential, I believe. The point is, we had a strategy figured out, but once on stage, I believe the players are under a tremendous amount of pressure. That's where coach comes in, right? Because coach doesn't really play. So they get on stage, they have a strategy figured out, they just have to execute a strategy and they're good to go. And they're calm, they're collected, they share with the players the plan they need to execute for that specific, oh my God, my feet is in the water now. Yeah, the strategy they need to execute for that specific game. So they're not really under a lot of stress. So they can be the calming voice within the team, right? Like it's really important to have a coach on stage. Now, who is Pika? Pika is our North America supporter as well, and then he's really nice, one of the finest per human beings I've met in my life. And then he was on stage with the team, but he wasn't with the team the time for sufficient amount of time, to be the calming voice they needed, or the logic or the reason on stage, right? I mean, Pika just simply wasn't there for enough time. Not to mention that he was dedicating a lot of other duties, along with the team. So big shout out to Pika there. Unfortunately, I think one big reason that we underperformed for M5 is that we don't have the dedicated coach on stage. Number two is lack of actual punishment for mistakes that players made, right? Like, for example, I think when we train the players, we need to train them like real athletes, because this is actual esports, right? Electronic sports, I believe we should, at this stage of esports lifespan, I would say we should treat esports like actual sports. We should treat our athletes like players like actual athletes, So with that being said, their training should simulate real training scenarios, which means during one scrim block, there shouldn't be any vaping, there shouldn't be any texting their little girlfriends, because you don't get that on stage. On stage, you have a lot of things, you just don't have the things I just listed, right? You should be focused in your head. Doesn't matter what your head thinking about it, but on stage you don't have access to that. So we should simulate those scenarios. But during our training, as much as we want to simulate those, but there was no actual punishment because we don't really have a standing contract in place to tell the players, hey, if you don't do this, we're going to take away your prize money. And that might be tied into something that we need to do in the future for the North America representative, because this is not just about their team playing the game, it's about the North American pride, it's about our entire community. So I'm going to talk about that in a little bit, right? Another thing that I believe is lack of community support, because this time when TOB is going, there were actually a lot of division in the community, right? A lot of people trash talking, and then that hurt the players' confidence quite a bit. Now you might say, oh, why are their confidence hurt? You know, like, aren't they supposed to be undisturbed no matter what? Why are they so weak mentally? Well, yeah, you can say whatever you want, but end of the day, by the way, I have to switch my hand because it was so tiring holding with my other hand. Yeah. End of the day, we're all human beings, and then when you open up YouTube to watch some games or some tournaments, and all you see is negative comments towards the team, especially even from your own region, it is disheartening. It's not a good feeling. So I believe going into the future, that's something we can do better as well. So with that being said, that's a few things I think the reason why we're not able to get further. Because if you look at the games that we played versus Devil, versus all the games, versus Homeboys, we had the potential to be in the playoff stage. We had the potential to be the top 4. We had the potential to be called the dark horse of this entire tournament, right? I mean, all the games that we played, we had a significant lead. Versus Devil, game 1, we had a 4,000 goal lead, totally threw that away. Versus the third game, 1-1 was 5-0, free farming all game, right? Game 1, Claude had free farming all game, and then we're not able to carry that forward. So it was unfortunate, but we definitely learned our lesson to prepare for M6 and again all the tournaments in 2024. So with all that being said, what do we need to do, right? What can be changed for 2024 to be a much better year for North America? And here's a few things, obviously building on top of the pointers I just mentioned. Number 1 is we'll hire a dedicated coach. We'll have a sponsorship system in place to make sure a North American representative going to World Series have enough resources that they need to have a coach along with them for the entire training, for the entire boot camp. And I can go on stage, it's actually on the official roster for the draft, for the coming boys, talk about the strategies. And then secondly, is we'll have an actual punishment system in place, right? The players need to realize this is not about you, this is not about any individuals or any individual teams, this is about national pride. Our regions, a lot of things that are on the table for lots of people, for the entire community, everybody's cheering on. So you need to have that sense of pride installed if you don't have it already. So we need to have a punishment system in place. For example, if you use the second phone to text during training, there's a plane flying by. I think it just flew past that coconut tree. Yeah. If you do actually use your second phone to text your little girlfriend or vape or whatnot, or do stuff that you're not allowed to do on stage, doing 1 screen blocks, we might take away some prize money if you're willing to take the salaries going to the boot camps. So it's just up to the players, right? Are you willing to take on a responsibility to represent North America, or do you want to continue to be cringe? Last but not the least is we need to build more community support. To support North America, to unite North America, right? To build a more unified influencer circle, right? To have everybody cheer on North America at the exact same time, to make sure our community is united going to World Series. And I really wish our community can stay more united going forward. That comes from every single streamer, every single influencer. Obviously, it's hard to ask someone to support teams that they don't like, or players don't like. But at the end of the day, we're all one big family, and we hope we can do better. So I think that's going to be it, guys. What do you think about North America? What we could have done better? Leave a comment down below. Let me know. I'm recording. My arms are dying, by the way, holding this phone for a long period of time. I regret not bringing in the tripod, but it's too late. So like, subscribe, turn the bell on all notification bells, and then best wishes. We're going to continue to do our best for North America. We're not going to slow down. We're going to speed up, actually double down our efforts for North America. I'm a true believer of, pumping more gas when you're needing gas instead of taking it away. Just because we had this year, we didn't have the best year ever, doesn't mean like we cannot have the better year next year. All right. So love you guys, and then we'll continue to support North America, and then I cannot wait to see what NA has in store for the world 2024. Let's go, NA.